All right. Don't worry, folks. It's gonna be a shorty, but like I said, I'm gonna continue to talk about this subject because I think this is something that a lot of folks have been talking about, and I think that uh, I take it all with a grain of salt. I do. I've said it's silly. I do think there's a potential that the United States could end up being isolated, as I talked about. Like I say, I'm very wishy washy, but my basic point is this: is that I'm very cautious when it comes to when you see post after post after post on, for example, Twitter. Take it with a grain of salt because Twitter is shit. But when you see post after post that are like the multipolar world is coming, the global South is giving up the American dollar. Yeah, it's already here. I think. Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like there are moves being made. I'll put it that way. There are moves that are being made. For example, with I'm watching this video from Wendover Productions talking about how aircraft that Aeroflot, the Russian airline, have leased from American companies basically are now like, we're keeping them. So they're going to be keeping aircraft and keeping those aircraft, those leased aircraft from the United States or wherever. They're going to keep those within the country, and international flights, if they ever reopen them, are going to be Russian-made aircraft. And so like I say, I think that how's it going, Temujin? How's it going, 21st Century Longest? And like I say, I don't disagree. It is already here, but I don't think, like I say, I don't say this as like, oh, I love America or whatever. But I say this more as a people have prepared for this sort of thing before. Like I say, will the U.S. be isolated and forgotten about, and then the rest of the world is going to move on? I don't like I say, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way, but I think that yeah, it's in progress at least. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, that's fair. Like I say, I'm not saying it like, oh my goodness, I just love the American dollar. I just love no, I don't. But it's such a weird thing. How are you doing, Wicked Energy? How are you doing? But it's something like I say, everybody's trying to get an idea of where the winds are blowing, right? Everyone's talked about, of course, India, China, and Russia kind of creating this new, sphere of influence. I mean, that's my view anyway. You know, and I think that it could be a rival. Actually, there's no. It could be. They are a rival to the United States. But the real question is can it hold up to the economic troubles that are coming? You know, will they be able to hold up when climate change becomes more of an issue? When things go under this and that. Yeah. Is there any chance that ultranationalism, BTFOs, union multipolar ideas? I'm gonna be blunt and say no. I'm gonna say no. I think that it's nice to say ultranationalist, this and that, but the way is that the thing is that autarky is a meme. Like I say, that good, bad, right or wrong, the system of capitalism that it is right now is that everybody's linked with everybody else in one way or another. So I would say ultimately no. I think that a unipolar world or a multipolar world, this and that. I mean, I think that it's something to think about. Like I say, and there's a lot of folks, of course, that are coming out saying, crypto, this and that. But I think, like I say, I'm on the fence about crypto, generally speaking. I feel like that crypto is one of those things that people are still thinking about. And I think that a lot of folks are like, well, and of course they'll be like, well, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It can be this or that or the other. But uh, I don't know. I think, like I say, I'm gonna keep my options open. I think, like I say, I'm gonna repeat something that I've already said is that nobody should be counted out. No option should be counted out. At least not now. Eventually, things may be counted out as time goes on. You know, I think you can incorporate some autarkic ideas, but we're interdependent on each other, unfortunately. Yeah, and that's my take as well. Some autarkic things can be done, but I think the way that this system is set up, as it is right now, people just don't want to give up on a lot of shit. For example, whether it's an Apple iPhone or something like that, right? People don't want to give that up, not willingly anyway, and say, yeah, we're going to make our own domestic, cell phone or something like that. Oh, really? Um, it's why, of course, the US and all these sort of neolib simps continue to simp for Taiwan. They don't actually care about the country of Taiwan. They care because it is the last bastion of any sort of control over uh, the chip market, whether it's for phones, smartphones, or whether it's computers or whichever, right? Everything has a computer chip somewhere in there. Protectionism is needed to cope and see lowbirds. Yeah, exactly. No, I do agree. I do agree. The thing is that it will take a long time for technology. I will give a suggestion. I think I've shouted out their channel before, but oh god, I'm blanking on the channel name. It's something ology. What is it? Techna or Magdeburg? Here, let me do that. Let me see if I can type that in. Magd. Yeah, what Intel means to Magdeburg. There you go. Asianometry. There we go. Asianometry, I think, is a great channel. Yeah. You may want to check Fairphone. I believe they made local phones, but I didn't research them enough to know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Fairphone, huh? Let me see. Fairphone. What's that? I'm just gonna look through this right quick. Like I say, I'll try to make this fairly quick. That way, y'all can go back to bed or go back to lunch and whatnot. Whatever. It's kind of a slow day. Fairphone. Let's see here. Where is this at? Lower environmental footprint. Boss Van Abel. Miguel Ballester Salva. Ava Gowans. Where is this at? Oh, Netherlands. Okay. Ah, really? So the Netherlands, since version 2 Fairphone is produced in Suzhou. So yeah, like I say, so yeah, Fairphone has sold around 400,000 devices. Yeah, it's still produced in Suzhou though as well. Suzhou is southern China or Suzhou. Yeah, but Suzhou, as far as I know. Oh, the city's north waterfront. Okay, where? Yeah, Suzhou, Jiangsu province. See here. Oh, west of Shanghai. West of Shanghai. Excuse me. Yeah, Suzhou. Like, oh, okay. I didn't really think of Suzhou like that. To be honest with you, I always thought that was like Shenzhen. Well, Shenzhen, I should say, is more of a like a. Well, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself, but yeah, interesting. Chinese and Russian stole technology. Well, I guess I was wrong. They need that assembling tech, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Like I say, I'm not here to make anyone feel foolish. I was just looking it up myself, but yeah. Chinese and Russians stole intellectual property from the US and just believe they can innovate like no tomorrow when everything is actually designed in the US. I don't care. Like I say, I'm not going to be, like I say, I'm going to be very careful about what I say. I think that the Chinese and Russians have the ability to innovate. I really do. I'm not going to be, maybe that sounds like a neolib thing or maybe something else, but I think that it can be done. I just think that it's going to take a while to get the formula right, you know. But I don't know. I'm going to be very careful about any sort of you know beliefs I hold. The only reason I do that is because I think there's plenty of this. There's an air of like neoconservative sort of America's the best sort of mentality, and we're gonna weather the storm type of thing. It's just like like I say, that's you know I don't know. I don't want to end up like one of those boomers. I know that the United States is what it is, and I think that they can still swing a fairly and they can hold a fair amount of sway. But I think that yeah, they definitely have the ability, but they seem a bit behind. Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. Like I say, I'm just gonna put it this way: is I've said a lot of wild shit. I'll put it this way. Maybe this is more of a I've said a lot of wild shit on these streams and on these videos. But as I get older, I realize that the world it is a changing. The world is a changing, and we all just don't want to be left holding the bag. We all don't want to be sitting there like, well, what do we do now? What do we do now? And just that sort of thing, right? Nobody wants to be that way. But I feel that the United States, has lost whatever edge it does. And the thing is that, the US is destroying itself to a large degree, you know? But we'll see like I say, I'm not going to be completely in the camp of that. I understand. There's plenty of reasons to hate the United States. Absolutely. There's plenty of reason to hate America. Absolutely. Um, but I think as much as people want to say that, there are plenty of, you know, Vosh types out there. And it's been a while since I mentioned his name because ultimately I don't really care. It is funny. I'll try to wrap it up this way. It's funny to see, Vosh, of course, throw everybody under the bus. Now, of course, ContraPoints is now an enemy. You know, is he's like, I did all I could to prevent this. It's like, come on, man. you know, he. It's funny to see. You love to see it, but you realize that this is, these are still the people that they listen to, and they're promoting kind of like they used to be kind of low key, but now it's just high key. Basically, sort of, oh, we love America, this and that sort of thing. We need to defend Ukraine and whatnot. It's just like I don't know. It's just hard not to fall for the meme. Believe me, it's hard to not fall for the memes. It's hard not to fall for the propaganda. It is. But you realize that beyond the propaganda of it, it's a fucked up thing. You know. Anyway, I really think that's all I have to say on this video. So I think I'll wrap it up here. It's a just try to be aware that this is a we see. Yeah, did you see the Destiny Fuentes debate? I did not. I did not see it. I'm sure it was hilarious. I mean, I think both Destiny and Nick Fuentes are people that are just. Why are people still listening to them? Especially Nick Fuentes. It's like, he did have his own website for a time. Oh yeah, appreciate it. No More Libs. I'm gonna watch your video that he. I'll go ahead and shout out. Shout out to No More Libs, please. He just put out a video with Sergey Lavrov talking about the U.S. strategy. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great. So I'll go ahead and watch that. But yeah, I think that's all I got. Let me see if I can find that. I've got a million tabs open. Literally, I do. Otherwise, I would go ahead and drop the link. But yeah, go ahead and check out No More Libs, please channel. And he put up that video for talking about U.S. strategy, as said by Sergey Lavrov. So there you go. I think I'll go ahead and end it here. But yeah, I have no interest in and all that. Anyway, hopefully I'll enjoy that. So see you later and goodbye. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Oh, there you go. There we go. All right. Bye bye.